In 1692, the small Puritan settlement of Salem, Massachusetts, became the epicenter of a nightmare. Accusations of witchcraft spiraled into mass hysteria, leading to the wrongful deaths of 25 people. What drove neighbors to turn against one another, and how did fear and superstition take hold so completely? Tonight, on Dark Whispers, we uncover the chilling reality of the Salem Witch Trials. To understand the Salem Witch Trials, we must first understand Salem itself. The settlement was divided into Salem Town, a bustling port, and Salem Village, a rural farming community rife with disputes. The villagers believed themselves to be God-fearing Puritans, yet their community was plagued by land feuds, religious divisions, and a deep mistrust of outsiders. The fear of Native American attacks and memories of King Philip's War added to the tension. The Puritans viewed the wilderness around them as a dark, godless place, an environment ripe for the devil's influence. In this fragile, isolated society, paranoia thrived. In January 1692, 9-year-old Betty Paris and her cousin Abigail Williams began experiencing violent fits. They screamed, contorted their bodies, and claimed unseen forces were tormenting them. Unable to find a physical cause, the local doctor, William Griggs, declared the girls were victims of witchcraft. Under questioning, the girls accused 3 women, Tituba, an enslaved woman from the Caribbean, Sarah Good, a destitute beggar, and Sarah Osborne, an elderly widow who had scandalized the community by living with a man out of wedlock. These women became the first to be arrested. During her interrogation, Tituba confessed under duress, saying, "The devil came to me and bid me serve him." She claimed that witches were conspiring to destroy the Puritans, fueling the hysteria. Her vivid descriptions of black dogs, red cats, and shadowy figures convinced many that Salem was under siege by dark forces. The accusations spread like wildfire. By the spring, over 100 people had been accused of witchcraft. Most were women, but men were not spared. Giles Corey, an elderly farmer, became one of the most tragic figures when he refused to enter a plea. He was pressed to death under heavy stones, his final words reportedly being, "More weight." The trials relied heavily on spectral evidence, claims that the spirits of witches attacked victims in dreams or visions. This form of testimony was highly controversial, even at the time. Reverend Increase Mather, a prominent Puritan minister, later wrote, "It were better that 10 suspected witches should escape than that one innocent person should be condemned." On June 10th, Bridget Bishop became the first person executed for witchcraft in Salem. She was described as outspoken and independent, traits that made her a target in a patriarchal society. Over the next 4 months, 18 more people were hanged on Gallows Hill and 1 man was pressed to death. Prisoners faced horrific conditions. Sarah Good's 4-year-old daughter Dorcas was imprisoned alongside her mother and later testified against her under pressure. Many of the accused, including Rebecca Nurse, a well-respected church member, maintained their innocence until their deaths. By October, doubts began to emerge. Reverend Increase Mather and other influential figures condemned the use of spectral evidence. Public opinion shifted as prominent families began to be accused, including the wife of Governor William Phips. Phips intervened, disbanding the Court of Oyer and Terminer, which had overseen the trials. The remaining accused were released, and no further executions took place. In total, 25 people lost their lives, 19 by hanging, 1 by pressing, and 5 who died in jail. The Salem Witch Trials left an indelible mark on American history. In 1711, the Massachusetts government formally apologized and provided financial restitution to some of the victims' families. However, the damage could never truly be undone. Historians now see the trials as a cautionary tale about the dangers of mass hysteria, religious extremism, and flawed legal systems. They remind us of how fear can override reason and how prejudice can destroy lives. More than 3 centuries later, the Salem Witch Trials continue to captivate and terrify. They stand as a stark warning of what happens when fear and suspicion take root in a community. Could such hysteria happen again? History suggests it's only a matter of time. If this story intrigued you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. What do you think drove the Salem Witch Trials? Mass hysteria, personal vendettas, or something more sinister? Until next time, stay curious and stay cautious.